Aloha, welcome to Taisei Discovers. Today we meet Keoni Payton. A lot of people know him as the founder of Farmers Market. He had a role in Defend Hawaii as well, but he's an artist first. And for most of you who know Taisei, I love art, I love music, I love culture. So it was only fitting that I invited this prominent figure in Hawaii's fashion history to be a part of Taisei Discovers. A very interesting person with a colorful history. Today we're going to dig into all of that. Keoni Payton, welcome to Taisei Discovers.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Yes,
Thank you for having me, man.
You're welcome.
You had some of the homies too, so I was like, oh, I like what you're doing. And then when you had James Westbrook, I was like, oh, this guy's not gatekeeping. And I fuck with that heavy.
Yeah, you know what? That's the whole thing. You know, it's like, I don't just ask anyone to be on Taisei Discovers, man. I've been watching you for a long time, and Farmers Market about 10 years ago, I just remember seeing it everywhere. Yeah. The logo. This is something that I think that without seeing any actual script, people already know that's Farmers Market. So I do want to get into that, but first and foremost, coming all the way from the Big Island, thank you for that. How are you feeling today?
Good, bro. Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Healthy,
blessed. I feel blessed.
Good. Well, you absolutely are, man. I mean, just by watching some of the videos that I see with you and your son, you are absolutely blessed, and I'm sure he's blessed as well to have you in his life. I want to talk to you real quick about being on Taisei Discovers. Why did you agree to come on?
I like your content. You know, I listened to some of your podcasts too, and I was like, oh, he has good questions. Your delivery is good. But I like the fact that, you know, you and James Westbrook are in the same space, but you got nobody's gatekeeping. You're like, oh yeah, I'll be on your podcast, you be on mine. And I like that. I like the camaraderie. You know, it's a brotherhood. It's a small space. So I think that, you know, especially with the poly community, that we have to do more promotion of each other instead of shit talking and throwing shade. And, you know, the scarcity mentality that, you know, oh, you only have $100 to spend. Spend it with me, not with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I like.
There's a lot of that. I don't know if you would so much, you know, call it just competition, because a lot of times it's almost like crabs in a bucket. And Carlos Tangaro of Needle Boxing, he kind of said that. He's like, you know, Hawaii, we have this whole thing where people have a hard time seeing others in our community win and make moves and press the mode and try new things. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I can't remember who I heard it from, but this is not my quote. But the whole crabs in a bucket, yeah? When you look crabs in their natural environment, you never see them pulling each other down. We're not in our natural environment anymore. So there's that, you know, that poetic sense that, you know, we're not in our natural environment anymore, so we don't know how to act with each other, you know? So I think that's what it is. We're not, you know, I'll try not to swear.
No, you can swear.
Oh, it's really fucking hard to make it here in Hawaii. You know, if you can make it in Hawaii, you can make it anywhere in the world. With that being said, though, you know, we have that scarcity mentality. Like, we trip out when somebody's doing well, and then, you know, we have that internal discussion where, like, oh, I can do that. How come he's more popular? How come he's making all this money? I can fucking do that. Well, if you could do that, you should have did it. You know what I mean?
And it's never too late to try.
For sure.
And what a lot of people don't see is when they see social media, people on social media think, I want to be there. Why is he there? But they don't see the work that goes on when the cameras are off. And I think that if anybody knows that, it's you. When it comes to some of the brands that you built and some of the brands that you currently are still involved with. First, I want to ask you, though, Instagram. Painkillers is your name. What does painkillers mean to you?
Well, it's, you know, it doesn't have a narcotic connotation. So, you know, everybody's like, oh, you must do that. I don't do drugs. Never done coke in my life. Never smoked a cigarette. Never smoked weed in my life. Never even tried it.
Wow.
You know, if you see me on my stories, I do edibles now. Yeah. Because it's something that kind of calms my anxiety. And even though I don't smoke weed, and you know, I went to prison for selling it. Well, everything, not just that, yeah. But you know, I was never you know, just because I don't do something, I don't put it down, because I don't understand the nuances on why somebody smokes weed or cigarettes or drinks alcohol. it's not my place. It's not my body. It's not my choices. But personally, I've seen it be pretty destructive in, friends and family members' lives. And I was just like, that's not for me.
Interesting. So you did say you went to prison for that. So you've always felt like it wasn't for me. What made you sell it?
Well, so this is what they say about, crime and criminology. Yeah? If you're around something long enough, you can abhor it at first. You can be repulsed by it. Then if you're around it even longer, then you learn to ignore it. And if you're around it even longer, you'll accept it. And then if you're around it long enough, you'll embrace it. So those stages, yeah. So I was around it, so I was very comfortable with it my whole life, yeah. And then, I saw it as just purely as an opportunity.
Oh, okay. And you took it, and it also led to incarceration.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
did. Were you incarcerated here on Halava or?
No, so I was at FDC, then I went to Longpont, California, then I went to Oklahoma City, Pollock, Louisiana, and then Sheridan, Oregon.
How much time did you spend?
Almost 6 years.
Almost 6 years. So you probably had some weight that you got busted with.
No. That's the thing. So here's another thing. So any of you young kids listening to this podcast right now, you gotta know the severity of what you're involved with too, yeah. So up to 5 grams will get you a year in prison. You gotta know the sentencing guidelines, yeah. Under 50 grams carries 5 to 10 year. Anything over that, 150 and up, is 20 years. So, whenever you hear whenever you hear them getting sentenced and, even on like TMZ or somebody, could get 30 years. That's 30 years if you're you're a triple offender. Like if you got busted, you came back, you got busted for the same thing, second time, third time. Now you're gonna go on that sentencing guideline. You're gonna be max. You know what I mean? So
okay. So what did you learn in your 6 years being incarcerated?
How to ignore people. How to, just politics, bro. You learn prison politics. You learn relationships too, bro. It's like you learn yourself. I'm gonna say that too. You learn who you are because like you're tapped out already. You know what I mean? You're in another state. You got nobody except who you surround yourself with, yeah.
Okay.
And which can be good or bad. You hang out with some knuckleheads, you're gonna get into some knucklehead shit. You might be there longer.
You're kind of like a sum of the 5 closest people that you spend time with, right?
Oh, for sure.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
So Painkillers, why did you choose that name again?
So I like surfing. Grew up surfing. So it has history connected to it, but also like, I read Kanye West's book. Yeah, what's it called? What did he call that book? I forgot what it was. It's a
Kanye West.
Kanye. Yeah.
We're looking it up.
Yeah, Kanye West's book. But where it said, if you can't be used, you're useless. But it's a lot of good quotes in there. And then instead of looking at it as a negative connotation, yeah, like how do you flip into a positive one, yeah? So for like me, I surf, yeah. So it's painkillers is anything that takes away the pain. So, if you surf, like for me, I like surfing, so it's going to be, 2 to 3 feet, glassy winds, 5 of my best friends, just us out. That's a painkiller to me. Because no matter what you're dealing with in your head or what you're going through in life, that's the break. And then it feels good. And you're in that moment, yeah.
So because this whole time I was thinking like,
I didn't sell it. No,
yeah.
It had nothing to do with it, bro.
But I do like the meaning of it, and I think clarifying that is important for the public as well.
Oh yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about you growing up as a Polynesian man, and what were some of the cultural influences and challenges you faced?
That's a tough one, bro. Because
Choke.
Well, my grandfather, because I was primarily raised by my grandparents. Yeah.
Okay.
So, not allowed to speak pidgin. They're whitewashed. My grandfather was he's a police officer. Army, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When we were up at Mauna Kea, what you doing up there? You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he wasn't mad about it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he was just like, what are you doing up there? You're wasting your time. You know, stop.
Go school, go college,
Don't
get a
rock
job.
the boat.
Yeah,
old
yeah.
school.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
rock the boat. Yeah, fly under the radar, Keoni. But it's kind of hard, you know. Like, you know, when you get older, you can kind of look back in retrospect. You're just like, I should have fucking opened my mouth. Then maybe I wouldn't be in this predicament right now. And I feel like that's how, like, politically and politics-wise, I feel like that's where we are, you know, in Hawaii right now. If I don't, that's why I use my platform. And I talk a lot of shit on politics and stuff.
I see him.
Yeah.
Good.
But it's only because I understand that space. I'm involved in that space. I go to the county council meetings. You know, I testify. You know, I go to all the hearings, and I understand what's going on. So I understand that space really well. So that's why I speak on it.
Okay, no, good. Do you feel like, you know, when your grandparents kind of wanted you to operate in this box, that's kind of why you left the box?
Nah, I left the box for money.
Okay.
Left the box for money, bro. You know.
And you also saw art. Is that something that you developed in your adolescence?
Yeah. Because I switched schools a lot, yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, I can always pack when sketchbook and pencil anywhere I go. I like comic books, you know. I grew up reading comic books.
So it started with sketching.
Yeah, just drawing, bro. I did graffiti when I was a kid.
Okay.
Well, I did graffiti my whole life, bro.
What was your name you used to tag?
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you that.
Typical.
Gonna have some people angry at me. You fucker.
You capped me.
Oh, you spray my fucking car out?
So, what led you down the path that, no, you know, I'm going to ask you another question because I kind of want to focus on the art aspect of things, you know. You're an artist first that evolved into a fashion brand. But Defend Hawaii was first before Farmers Market.
Well, Circle was first.
Circle, okay.
Yeah. So
let's talk about your journey.
Well,
through fashion.
I've been doing this, you know, I skateboard, I surfed and skated when I was a kid. So growing up in Maui, you know, my uncle worked at I think it might have been Crazy Shirts, but he worked at a place and he'd always see me drawing, yeah? And I drew this Mega Man. You know, remember Mega Man?
Yeah.
Nintendo, yeah. So I drew Mega Man on a skateboard, yeah?
Okay.
Like doing an ollie and a in the air and stuff. And, you know, my uncle would look at me sketching. He'd say, oh, you like try to put that on some shirts? I was like, oh, yeah, for sure. That'd be cool. So we put on a couple shirts and I wore it to the skate park. And, you know, everybody was like, oh, where you got that? Bro, oh, sick. Where'd you get that? And this is pre-internet. You know what I mean? So, like, how you get things and, you know, it was a lot more valuable because it was harder to get, you know. So my uncle printed me these shirts and, you know, kind of started to take off from there. But I got that taste of, like, you know, like, just like graffiti, you know, like graffiti, when you hit up, like, when you go mob up on the freeways and stuff and you're with people that don't know you did that, you get an honest, like, opinion on it. Yeah, like, oh, that shit is sick, dude. Oh, I almost snitched on myself, but oh, you seen so and so's mob up Makiki?
Yeah.
And then so you get their honest opinion on it, and that's kind of like a drug too, because I was like stoked. I was like, fuck, you know, inside.
Yeah.
Yo, I did that.
Wow. So so all that sketching, Mega Man, and then pre-internet, then Circle.
Then yeah, I did.
What was the concept for Circle?
Just small group of friends.
Okay.
A circle.
Oh. Okay.
But I spelled it CIRCO. Yeah.
CRC, Circle.
Circle.
Okay. And then from there, Defend Hawaii.
Yeah, but then I was already in that, you know, I was already doing bad shit. You know, like we all rode street bikes, and I rode street bikes, you know, because that's my you know, my delivery system.
Yeah.
If say Kyosh pulls up behind me and lights me up, I'm gone. I'm not pulling over. You know what I mean? But I knew I'd get away. You know.
So what was the ideology that Defend Hawaii started on?
Defend Hawaii actually was funny because, you know, I got, like, my grandma's house got raided already. So I kind of was just on the run. You know, I closed my safe deposit boxes. I collected all the money I could, and I fucking bailed, yeah. And then, you know, we were going snowboarding. And everybody's like, oh, Keoni, design us one shirt. And so right there, I was like, okay, make us one shirt. And then Wu-Tang Clan was big when I was a kid. So they had a Defend Brooklyn. And Brooklyn had the AK on it.
Yep.
And I was like, Defend Hawaii. Excuse me. And Defend Hawaii. And since I live Kaneohe, Marine base, I'm going to use, I'll use the AR. And then, it was easy. I just took somebody else's idea, kind of, refit it with my own kind of style and taste and, story behind it. And I made us all shirts. And it was the same thing. Everywhere we went in Vegas, bro. Oh, where can I get that? Where can I get that? And so, it didn't, like, I wasn't it didn't start out as an idea to turn it into a clothing company. It was just fun art for me and my friends to wear. And then it had legs. And then it started blowing up. MySpace, MySpace was the thing back then.
Yeah.
I've always been pretty good at social media. I've always been like kind of I did, what was that, Asian Avenue, Mi Gente, Black Planet too, bro.
I remember that.
I was just trying to score chicks, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then, Angel Fire, GeoCities. So, learning all like copy and right-clicking, copy and pasting HTML and, building your own like little web. That was fun to me. I thought it was super cool.
Top 8.
Everybody thought I was a nerd, you know what I mean? Oh, fucking dorky, this guy, bro.
But you had a vision and you kind of pursued your passion before it became this huge Facebook and Instagram and all that. So was it difficult for you to promote Defend Hawaii in its early ages, or were you not even trying to promote it? It just started running.
Yeah, I just started running, bro. And I post me and the boys like all wearing it to the nightclubs and stuff, and then I did product placement. Who's a cool guy? You know, who's popular. Started, gifting them shirts, and they were running it. And since the design is a strong design, they're getting compliments on it.
Yeah.
So then after that, if they got a free one, now they want the next colorway I'm coming out with, because they like the attention that comes with it. So it's worked out.
What happened to Defend Hawaii? Because you went from sketching to, doing things digitally, right? Where is Defend Hawaii today, or did it dissolve?
I don't know. So what happened with Defend Hawaii, me, my other friend Squeaks, and my ex, we had it registered under my name, our names, but I went to prison. So she redid the paperwork and cut us out. And I can't do nothing. I'm incarcerated anyway. But she put it under her and her other friend's name, this Howley guy, Mike. And then they started to do it, and because he already saw that it was a hot seller.
Yeah.
It was like blowing up. It's a money maker. Yeah. It is the goose that lays the golden eggs.
And Keoni's in jail. What's the right thing to do?
I was hoping when I came out, they would have a space for me. You know what I mean? But no. When people get greedy, then it doesn't happen like that. Not only, it's not just the money, it's the popularity too. Yeah. So now you ran around saying this is something you created. The 5 years I was gone, and then it turns out you didn't create it, so you can't bring me on board because now I'm the real creator for it.
I see. I
know
see.
what I mean? So
kind of reminds me of Sam Kapoya's situation.
Oh yeah. Sam was a homie too, bro.
I knew Sam well too.
Yeah.
But things happened the way they did. So farmers market, how did that begin? So
knowing that the whole Defend Hawaii thing went south. It's owned by one Howley now, and it's not even the same. It's not the same now. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to do this. I'm pretty good at it. I like drawing, and I got a knack for it. So I was designing some stuff. I came up with this logo, and I was like sending my brother and his friends like pictures of my artwork and stuff, and I told them what I wanted to do, and they were taking the whole Defend Hawaii thing and say, oh yeah, the guy that created Defend Hawaii, he's gonna create this. He's coming home soon, So like as soon as it came out, it started to kind of pop off, because I was like, hey, everybody's oh Keons, welcome home, what are you doing now? I was like, hey, I do this brand now, and here's a shirt, and I started doing product placement and stuff, and then again, it just took off.
Is that? Let's show everybody your neck tattoo.
Oh yeah.
That's a beautiful
Eddie
tattoo.
Diaz.
Eddie Diaz. Did you draw that and he tattooed it?
He tattooed it, yeah.
Oh, okay. So what is that symbolic of?
Oh, Ku-ka'ili-moku. So, it was everybody, associates him as the god of war, yeah. But he was actually the god of politics too, yeah. And with politics, it comes, keeping peace, and there's a lot of leadership behind that, you know what I mean? So that's what I liked about it, you know what I mean?
Nice. So what is the current state of Farmers Market? I visited the website. I see there's some new merch dropping, some hoodies and stuff, but what's the current state?
So you mentioned that 6 years ago, it was everywhere. Yeah. COVID. When COVID locked down, we were kind of it wasn't just the money, it was the popularity of the brand too. And then it came to this point where me and, my workers and my partner kind of were bumping heads on direction. I was just like, dog, what did you do before? You're a mechanic. This is my thing. Let's just come on, man. I don't want to fight with you about releases, about capsules. I don't want, you break the capsule up and sell it. Because he was a turn and burn guy.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, let's make money. Boom, boom, turn and burn, turn and burn, turn and burn. And I was like, I like the story behind these capsules. I like the energy behind it. And because I'm the artist, I know why I created it. I know how I want it to be shot. I know how I want this story to be told about the design. And then, we kind of bump heads with that. And, then he started having people do his job. And we just started kind of bumping heads, and it wasn't working out. It became the perfect storm for ruining this whole thing was COVID.
Yeah.
He moved to Las Vegas. We had a warehouse and a store in Hawaii. So you can't watch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't manage a store. You're bringing people in to do your job, but you're still not present. You need presence, yeah. And, we didn't have that presence. So, a lot of bad decisions were being made. And I live on a totally different island. I'm trying, I had to fly back, and then, I had kids, and then COVID made that hard.
Yeah.
And after COVID, we watched all the money that we made, just 12 employees, full benefits.
Wow.
You know what I mean? What do we do? Probably about 30,000 in just in overhead a month. Damn. So, we're just watching the money just go out.
Yeah.
No way of having it come back in. So it's basically, I just had to start all over again.
Okay. So now you're here.
Yeah. Well, my son's, he's going to turn 5 now. So I'm ready again.
Okay.
So I'm just like, fuck, I'll bring it back now. My son's going to go to school. I can't spend the time I like to spend with him anyway, because he got to go to school. Yeah. But, I'm ready to be back.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that, man. And the fashion industry in Hawaii with local designers is blowing up. Golf brands. Could we see Farmers Market golf shirts one day?
I have it already.
You already have it?
Yeah, I had those things.
I'm sorry for not knowing
No,
that.
it's cool. It's cool.
But okay, so you got golf shirts for men, for women, for children?
No. But we would do things like the baby expos and stuff. But kid sizes is such a hit or miss too.
Yeah.
And, the margins are super small. Because you think, extra large t-shirt, it's going to cost $8 for a blank. You know what I mean? The kid's shirt, you think it's going to be $3. No, I'm not the same price. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but you can't.
True.
But nobody wants to pay $40 for a kid's shirt. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of, when the normal going rate for kid shirts is $12.
So what's your strategy for reasserting yourself as one of the fashion leaders in Hawaii?
Do different things, man. I do different things like this piece I'm wearing right now. It.
Oh,
know what I mean? Like, and that's what's fun to me. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Seeing, like taking products that other people do and then kind of building on it. You know what I mean? And then giving it, my own twist or some kind of Hawaiian involvement or inspo and kind of bringing it together.
Wow, I like that person. I like the personality of this hoodie, which you must be hot as hell in right now.
No, I was actually cold because everywhere we go, bro, that AC's blasting. Yeah.
Oh, he blasted. That's me too, bro.
Yeah, bro.
No, but it's dope as hell, and then it does get cold certain times of the year, and you'll see me rocking hoodies too.
I got a dad bod, now, so I just rock the fucking hoodie, bro. I'm not diesel like you guys, bro.
Nah, no way, bro.
You guys are in great shape, bro.
Hey, 41 years old. It takes so much to just
bro.
maintain this, and I see my tummy slipping away all the time, and people let me know too. But so I do want to talk about AI. Because I did see a sick ass video that you made. My brother's heavily into AI as well. The possibilities with that are endless. And I can almost guarantee that somehow AI is going to be incorporated, if not already, into farmers market. But I saw the video of you and your father. That was your dad.
Yeah.
And
that was a picture.
That was a picture that you turned in. Can you tell us a little bit about that process?
Yeah, so I took the picture, I dragged into Lightroom, adjusted some of the levels and the contrast to kind of bring out more of the features, just to make it so when you do drag it into AI, that it can catch the features and it looks realistic. You know what I mean? So I was animating and you just type in the prompts, bro, what you want them to doing. And so it's trial and error. So sometimes you'll get 1 out of 20 tries. You know what I mean? So I would take the best ones. Then I do editing too, videography too. So I'd take my best clips, I'd create them in AI, put them in a folder, then I'd throw them on a timeline and kind of edit them on a timeline and make them sync up and match. And I'd take up sometimes maybe the fingers always go weird, I can't. Yeah. Fingers go weird, the mouth goes weird. So, I'd redo a clip several times and then I'd cut it and then take the one that didn't and you kind of just like piece it together,
Yeah, I remember, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said something, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing that I'm doing this, but how did it make you feel to see your dad moving?
You feel weird. Like, I get like sad too. I'd be like, why am I doing this, bro? It's making me sad. But then at the same time, I'm so fascinated about the process. And then I'd send it to my family members, and they loved it too. So that kind of that made me be like, okay, it's cool. You know what I mean? They love it. So if I'm not doing it for me, I'm doing it for them too,
Good. In the ever-changing landscape of technology and AI, there's people that are on two different sides of the fence. I don't care about that.
Me too,
what is
bro.
that? It's changing everything. Nothing's organic anymore. But there's also the people that are understanding the capabilities of it and kind of secretly working so that they can be ahead of the pack.
Yeah.
Which side are you on?
Probably ahead of the pack.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna I like traditional stuff. But I know you can't survive. Accept, adapt, and overcome. So I have to learn what's going on in this landscape. So it's just like, who said it? I was messaging Josh Totofi yesterday or this morning. He's like, oh yeah, you got to wear many hats in this game. You know what I mean? Because he produced his first videos and stuff too. And I was like, you have to do it like that. You know what I mean? Like you got to wear a lot of hats in this game. I edit, I do the videography, photography. I mean, I work with photographers and videographers too, but I know how to do this myself. And that's what I'd like to say, that, if you took me and everybody in Hawaii that has, that has a brand, no resources, we can't use any, we got to start from the ground up, and gave us 10 grand. I don't want to be cocky, but I'm going to win. You're going to say, okay, we need to hit this amount of sales, here's 10 grand, here's a 10 grand investment, and you sat all of us down, but in 10 grand, I want to see you hit a sales goal. I'm going to hit the sales goal before anybody.
So understanding business, but also understanding the art that goes into the business, you feel like you have a
No, I know it intimately.
yes.
Yeah.
Huh, I love to see that. What so, for those out there that may be trying to get into the fashion world, what kind of advice would you give them?
Work for somebody, bro. Work for somebody that you look up to. Work for free. And the knowledge that you'll gain, the understanding that you'll gain, that's the school right there. Fuck a university.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You won't have a student loan. You'll be broke. There's this part where you have to be the starving artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Kenj, what? How long you was doing videos?
Bro, a long time.
Over 20 years, huh?
20?
Yeah,
Okay, bro.
yeah.
And your videos are great, bro. I didn't know you were doing them for Kealoha too.
Kealoha Connor, that's
yeah.
one of my best friends.
Yeah,
bro.
so you told me that. So I thought he was doing it. I was like, these are fire, dog. What lens are you using? And I wanted to just talk about videography, you know what I mean? But you were doing it. Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Working for free to earn your stripes and to build the experience and knowledge is something I think a lot of people don't understand about getting to a place where you are in the spotlight. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you're so lucky you get your brother," and I'm like, yeah, I am. But there's a whole other aspect of these podcasts that people don't see. It's researching who Keoni Payton is.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
it's looking at your catalog, your body of work, understanding your family dynamic, and then being able to deliver the questions in a certain way.
For
what
sure.
happens after we film? It's
Yeah.
breaking up reels. It's pulling out quotes. It's extracting certain parts and adding certain things. So there's Kenji,
teamwork.
It
It's
is teamwork,
bro.
And I'm fortunate to have my brother.
Oh, totally,
Like
bro.
me and him together create this Voltron of sorts that really provide this platform for people like you that I want to see win too.
Yeah.
I want to see what's next for Keoni Payton.
I love what I do for a living, and shit, I want to give it to my kids.
Oh, okay. So that actually is another thing I want to talk to you about is what kind of father are you?
Present. I'm never going to be, and I understand this too, I'm never going to be the favorite parent because with my kids, I set boundaries. I spoil the shit out of them too, yeah. But I do set boundaries. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want you to do, you want this? Well, I want this. And they're like, Dad makes us do this. You know what I mean? But yeah, you got to clean up. You got to sweep, You got to pack orders. You got to take inventory. You know what I mean? Like, I'm giving you a chance to learn this space because you can have it.
So your son, he helps you out with farmers market.
Yeah. He gives me hugs and I'm bummed out, bro.
Yeah. So he's 5 years old, huh?
Yeah.
First grade.
Well, 4 years old.
Oh, 4 years old.
Yeah. Didn't start school yet.
That's a beautiful age, bro.
It is, bro.
And do you co-parent with his?
I co-parent.
Yeah. How's that going for you?
It's good,
It presents its challenges.
No, well, she lets me have him. I'm not fighting for it. We're not doing a custody thing, like I have him, I dropped him off this morning and so I could come here at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I have him, and sometimes she'll want to go do things. And one time she told me no, recently.
Yeah.
So right there, since she told me no, and she's like, oh, can you watch him? I was like, no. You didn't set the date. You said my day is, you know what I mean? And so this is your day. So, you never help me on my day. I'm not going to help you on your day. And it hurt too.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to have him. And I felt shitty being mad at her. And then I know he wants to come with me and I know we're going to do cool things when we're together. Yeah. But so because I was mad at her and I was trying to set some boundaries with her, that our son has to kind of go through this, you know what I mean? And it's not neglect, but it is, maybe. You know what I mean?
So, it's so interesting because a lot of the people that I've interviewed recently have went through a separation of sorts. And, I also went through something similar a little while back. Why do you feel that couples don't make it as much as they might have used to?
Social media.
You think it's social
Straight
media?
up, bro.
Why? Do you think-
Look at this. Look. And this, I can, I'm pretty honest about this stuff. And I wouldn't care to work. It's not that I don't care to work it out, But when it becomes like a relationship becomes a job and there's no support, it becomes, I don't have two jobs. And so if I choose you and trying to keep our relationship alive, my career is going to go under. And after my career goes under, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be the person that you met and that you fell in love with. And so, the whole ship is going to sink. You know what I mean? Rather than, I can park them right there, get on a different ship.
I would have to agree that social media definitely gives people a false sense of reality, and kind of confuses society in a lot of ways. So I think in order to be able to have a strong hold on your personal life, you have to understand that first and kind of tread lightly, take things with a grain of salt, not put too much weight on what you see. Social media a lot of times is just entertainment.
Yeah, for sure, right? It's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I do the post and goes. You know what I mean? I don't spend my whole fucking time like wondering who's talking shit about me or who's saying nice things about me. If when I get on I see some things, cool.
Yeah.
If I see some negative things, maybe I want to address it. Maybe I don't have the time to address it. You know what I mean? But like I got to make that decision too.
Well, that's absolutely what Taisei Discovers and Kenji Walks is about. It's about bringing the real shit, you know what I mean, and not fabricating some fake idea of what we want to be or who we think we are, or what we want people to see. So thank you for being here. I do want to ask you how you handle hate, because I can guarantee you Keoni Payton gets, some shit talking.
Oh, for sure. I'm not Hawaiian enough.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm too political. I'm not Hawaiian enough. I cannot olelo. But I'm at where I'm at in life and I have a platform. And if you can do better than me, do good in your life and your space and your lane and do better than me. That's the ultimate. Like when I see that, it might inspire me to do better too. But when you're just talking shit, like while you're talking shit, I'm looking down at you while you're talking shit up to me. I just think that shit is whack.
Yeah. Rarely does somebody that's doing more than you have anything really bad to say about you. Right. So, like I said, grain of salt. Kenji, I was going to ask you, because he's also an artist as well. He's done all types of mixed media, but he's actually started drawing. He actually was a graffiti artist as well at one point in his life.
Right. I could tell you my name. I probably would cross you out, doggy.
That was in Portland though.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's when I started getting
It's a graffiti town, bro.
Yeah.
So is that how you know Joel?
Albanez?
No.
Joel did my tattoos.
Yeah, he got his tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you know like Todd and Circle of Fire and all of that?
Yeah, well, not like personally, but
Okay.
I was up there in my formative years, so I was
Dancers.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joel. What are your thoughts on Joel Albanez?
He's a fire artist, bro. He is a fire fucking artist, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means a lot. I know it would mean a lot to him, especially because coming from a fellow artist that's
I bought
doing
some
his
stuff
thing.
from him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's what, so, circling back to what is farmer's market, the idea of farmer's market when I came home too, was to create, a clothing brand. And I like Sullen. Remember Sullen?
Selling.
Sullen was this brand that they got all their art from other tattoo artists. So all their designs were like, one would be Joel, one shirt design would be stuff. And I like that idea. So, I mean, I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm taking a concept that was already out there and I called it farmer's market because I wanted to come home to Hawaii and work with other local artists like myself, like Kenji, like Joel. And I just wanted to, I get a percentage of the sales because I'm going to house it. I'm going to market and promote it. I get a percentage of the sales and, I'm going to help other artists build their portfolio and stuff and say, hey, and because we sell out of everything, it's like now you get that on your portfolio too. Oh yeah, I did a shirt for farmer's market, sold out in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And, but honestly, you're not an artist, yeah? You don't draw?
I do draw.
Oh, you do draw?
Absolutely.
Do you draw? Okay, so you don't draw. But I bet you I could put one of your drawings on a t-shirt. I probably could sell it out. I sold my daughter's. When my daughter was, what was she, 6 years old?
So what makes people want to buy the shirt? If you're using other artist stuff, is it the design or is it the prestige that comes with a limited drop from farmer's market?
It's everything. So what I do is, I help tell the story behind the design. And now if you can emotionally connect to a design, you're more likely to purchase it because now you connected to it emotionally. So you have emotional connection to it. Now you want to wear it. You want to wear your feelings, and that's what it's about. You're wearing your feelings.
That's what I wanted
That's
to
what.
hear.
That's what fashion is, man. That's why I have, have two different brands. I have Broken Hearted and I have Farmers Market Hawaii.
Okay.
But Farmers Market Hawaii was that's what I wanted to do. When I came home, everybody was so cliquey.
Yeah.
Oh, I only do this with this group, this brand. I'm already working with this brand. I was just like, I did graffiti with you. We're boys. What do you do? I like, who you're talking about. I like that person too. Or that brand that you're trying to stay. That's my cousin. My cousin owns that brand. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be mad. I wouldn't think he would be mad. Yeah. I guess he was, but I just wanted to work with everybody. But it was so cliquey that nobody was willing to kind of like work with me at first.
Yeah.
And then I started doing everything by myself. And then, I'd buy designs, whoever, Uno Mas, graph friends. And then, started selling out. Then everybody's like, oh, what, you still like do that design? And most people would be like, nah, fuck you. You weren't fucking with me when, I wasn't popping. But I was like, yeah, I still want to work with you.
So I think the important thing to highlight is the emotional connection that your art has, and I think that's what resonates with people that wear your brand. The story that you tell behind it, the meaning, but then also the personal stamp that Keoni puts on it to make it farmers market.
Well, it's also, I do it in small batches. It's not a department store brand. We don't make enough. Excuse me. Sorry.
You're good.
We don't make enough quantity where we're gonna have surplus stock that's gonna be sold at Ross for $5, $6. You know what I mean? Everything sells out. So it's like somebody now if you like a design, you're gonna have to pull the trigger on a release date, or you're not gonna get it. And then you're gonna have that. What is that? What's the word? I can't. I'm having.
No, it's all good.
Brain fog, but you're gonna have what's it called again? Fear of missing out.
Oh, FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO.
Yeah.
You're gonna have FOMO. So when I come up with something that you kind of like, you're gonna just pull the trigger because man, I didn't get that one. I wish I got it. And then you're gonna have that FOMO and you're gonna pull the trigger and then you're gonna like it so much. And I stand behind my concepts and designs and stuff that it creates discussion. Like when I did Defend Hawaii, I would get attacked. Like I got attacked by Ku-ka'ili-moku, this weirdo. That
Why does he keep coming up in our podcast?
Yeah, right. But and so when I came home, now I got access to the computer, so I'm reading about Ku-ka'ili-moku attacking Defend Hawaii, and I was like, who the fuck is this dude? And then what he's saying about it, and I was like, oh my God, man. So I just found him on social media. I started arguing with him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get sucked into those keyboard battles, huh?
Yeah, but I won't. If I don't do it for fun. Yeah. Like I do it because I'm very well versed in what I want to speak on, understand it, very intimately. So, I'm gonna educate you. First off, I'm just gonna educate you. Like you're talking sideways. That's not what it is. That's not what it's about. I'm gonna educate you on what it's about.
From defending Hawaii to defending your position.
Yeah, standing on biz.
I like that. Where do you see farmers market in 1 year, and where do you see it in 10?
In 1 year, we'll be back in a year. You know what I mean? Economy is getting better, so I like that. People, and that's what happened too. Yeah, the economy is getting really crappy.
Yeah,
and people don't have that, the income to support, buying every release like before. So they had to pick and choose, which is fine too. But I feel like the economy is going to rebound. And I'd like it to be like like Quicksilver. Even though like Quicksilver went bankrupt recently, which is real crazy, but it just leaves a space and an opening.
I noticed that workout gear is huge. Everybody's into fitness now. There's a lot of brands in that space. Like I said, golf shirts, which you said you do. I'm seeing a lot of people jump into that space. I know the Sugar Caddy guys. The Sugar Caddy guys are fucking blowing up. But I would love to see you come back. To me, a Keoni Payton comeback with everything that you've dealt with would be something that would make me smile.
I think it make my grandparents smile too.
Yeah.
Because my grandparents were like avid golfers. So like I didn't get into golf because I was too naughty. But like my cousins golf. But my grandparents used to host a Gabi Pahinui Classic.
Okay.
So like we have heavy like history in the whole golf scene too. But yeah, I think they'd be stoked. But then I'm gonna have to learn how to do it. I'm kind of competitive, so I'm gonna have to probably be good at it too.
Yeah. No, I think you should just stay in your lane, focus on rebuilding Farmers Market so you can kind of re-experience the greatness that it once did. Kenji, you got any questions for Keoni?
Sure. From my point of view, artist to artist, right? I feel like you stand on business, but where you stand is like the overlap of creativity and economics. Because there's a lot of people, like you said, starving artists, you never make it to the economical part where this can be your identity. This is what I do creatively, right? In my space, it might be, you do video, but you don't make a living doing it, for example. I do design, but I don't make a living doing it. So from where you stand in this beautiful intersection of creativity and economics, kind of on the spot, but kind of give us like a prompt. Like if you're prompting yourself or a younger version of you, how do you prompt someone in this space who's like, I got to get into the economic part. I got to cash flow this creativity and these ideas that I have. I see the value, but it doesn't translate to bank accounts. It doesn't translate to commas. So how would you kind of treat it like a prompt, almost like, this is how you do it?
Okay, so I would collaborate with people. And this is, Osna dropped this gem on me. Osna told me like, okay, you know what a lot of producers aren't ready for? Like if Drake came to my fucking studio and said, I need a beat for a song. Most producers won't have it. Osna was like, I have beats on deck. I have hundreds of fucking beats. You tell me what beat you want, and here's my catalog. Pick what one you want. Most people aren't ready for that. So it's kind of the same thing too. So, if you want to create a clothing brand and stuff, you have to have all the designs lined up. You have to have a capsule. And then you connect with people, you collaborate with people. Like if you wanted to collaborate with me and we wanted to do like a capsule on something, let's do a capsule because I have over 200,000 if you put them together, over 200,000 followers on Instagram. And, let's get the marketing collateral. Let's do the media for it. And, let's have fun with it. You know what I mean?
So collaboration, but also there's an element of just having a loaded clip. Like you have to have something to present if the opportunity arises. But most people, if the opportunity arises, they're not ready.
Yeah.
Then they scramble.
Well, they don't want it that bad then. That's what that says to me. You don't really want it because you're not, what's the Bible? The two farmers. What, it's a scripture, yeah. It talks about in the Bible the two farmers, one plowed his field. They're going through a drought, yeah. One plowed his field every day. And he's busting his ass. And the other one was, what for? We're in a drought. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden the rain came. Now guess whose field had food? The one that was working. Yeah.
During the drought is what
During
you're
the
saying.
drought.
The
During the drought.
unseen, yeah. So is it just hustle then?
It's hustle. It's building, a great, a good network, a strong network, and and that reflects who you are. And you're a podcaster. I'm a good communicator. Like, if we have a problem or disagreement, I'm never gonna take a position where I feel like I know more than you. I'm like, okay, explain yourself. Why do you think that? I want to understand why you think that. And in turn, I want you to understand why I feel differently. and let's meet in the middle though. Like we can meet in the middle. And that's what I did with farmers too, like it does take teamwork makes the dream work. It takes a good, strong team. And it's difficult to do it by myself. You know what I mean? Like imagine if you had to line up all the interviews, then you had to get behind the computer and edit and cut up the audio and mix everything. You guys got a good system right here because you take care of one necessity and you do two. So you put that together as a great team. And I had a great team.
Okay. How about this?
And shout out to Raleigh, Lex, Keisha, everybody, bro. We had a great freaking team.
Is that Lex Breezy?
Yeah. It is.
She's killing it right now.
Yeah.
And her husband, huh?
Yeah.
Just one for me. Well, how would you differentiate hustle and business? What's the difference?
So hustle can be reach, but business is how you're gonna flip it financially. You know what I mean? Like you can hustle all you want, and you have to. You know what I mean? But so now, how do you pivot and make that turn and get financial gain out of it?
Which is, I think, a hard thing for a lot of people to connect.
For artists, it's the toughest thing to do because you're just so stoked that somebody likes your shit. You want to give it away for free.
Yeah.
And that's the part of the teamwork too. Is like they won't let me stay in the front of the shop. They're like, Keoni, get in the back. Because people come in, you do it. I'm just like, what, you like that? Oh, yeah, take them, bro. For real, you like them that much? Oh, yeah, take them. And, I have to hide in the back. But also, like, you have to have a strong team because now they look like they're the ones I'll come, hey, give them the Carmine a discount. You guys from Hawaii? Yeah, give them the discount. Friends and family. I see you're shopping before. And people appreciate that. It's like if you're a bartender, good tippers, bro. They get the heavy pour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or the freebie too. You know what I mean? You got to take care of people, and that's, and I'll share this too. When we opened Farmers Market, because I didn't hear any of them sharing this part. I gave them. I said, I gave them a list of shops like ours. I said, go into each of these shops and buy something under $40, but I give them a budget. Yeah, buy something under $40.
Yeah.
And because these shops are like our shop, streetwear, surf brands, streetwear, whatever. And then tell me what and we had a meeting. I said, tell me what you liked about it and tell me what you didn't like about it. And so, we go through, okay, Lex, what did you like about it? Oh, they did this and kept on following me like I was going to steal. I said, okay, so now you guys know, don't do that over here. Don't do this in my shop. You know what I mean? We went through like all the local shops. And I said, and there was a square on the front door. I said, don't let them pass that square or leave feeling like how those people made you feel. And I'm a book geek, so, and here, you might know this from working in the restaurant industry. Now, I can't do it right now. It's kind of tight, but so good hosts will get below the eye level of the customer because you're taking a subservient stance on them.
Yeah.
And so when you talk to them, you're serving them. You're looking up that and you're serving them. Okay, so our special is this, I say, hey, you know what? I like this. And you're giving a personal opinion.
Yeah.
So when it comes time, you got great service. That shows great service. I told all of my workers, now we had levels, small, medium, large, extra large, double X. I said, so what you're gonna do is get below their eye level, drop down, and when you show smalls, get down and point to the smalls, but get down and show them that you're working for the sale. So, no, they don't talk about that. Nobody talks about that stuff, but, teaching them how to sell was something I did. Teaching them how to have conversations. I would give them, sneaker books, like sneaker dictionaries. I said, it costs you nothing to pay someone a compliment. When they come in, look at what they're wearing. Pay them a compliment on that because they're coming to buy clothes. Yeah, so, and they didn't know, none of them knew about sneakers. I was the only sneakerhead. So none of them knew about sneakers. So I gave them the books and the material to learn about sneakers. I said, take this home, learn about sneakers, Jordan 22 and below, just learn about it. And when they come in, if you see them wearing, those 5s are sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now you're just connected with them emotionally too.
Yeah.
Because they stood in line probably for those Jordans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Paid a lot of money for them.
Yeah.
And they're proud of them.
Super proud of it.
You're really, going into farmers market was kind of like an experience, a total experience, not just I'm going to go purchase a shirt.
Nope.
Right. And that's absolutely something that we teach our guys too at Roy's, is that the entirety of the experience is why people come back. They're not coming back only for the edamame or the crab cakes, right? Anybody can eat anywhere, but only
or they can get takeout.
Or they can get takeout for a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
without having a tip. And the reason why people return to our restaurant over and over and over is because of the connection that they have with the employees. The feeling
I
that
saw
they
your
get.
stuff. I already know,
Oh,
bro.
you did? Okay, so what you're saying though, exact same thing.
Yeah,
different industry. And I'm glad that you understand that, because a lot of business owners don't. They're only looking at the P&Ls.
Yeah.
Focus on the relationships and the people that are supporting you. Damn. That's the Keoni I wanted. So where can people find you, man?
I live in the Kuivis, bro. I live in the country. I really live in the country, Like everybody's like, if you live out here and you say you live in the country, it's not that country. We catch our own water. We get our kids, running on this hamster wheel for free electricity. Nah, but it's a different beast out there in the Big Island, man. It really is, man.
Can you say like why? How come so many, especially us, like Oahu born, quote unquote, city boys?
We gravitate towards it.
Yeah, like how come?
Because as a child, like I didn't like the Big Island. I like the fast pace, the lights. I like going to nightclubs. I like the fast paced shit. I like the stuff that I would see in rap videos, because that's what we're influenced by. Like rap videos and the movies and the reality shows and stuff. And then as we get older, man, we're looking for fucking peace. We're just looking for peace, bro. We don't want to get into a traffic jam just to go to the store to buy some pog and, couple steaks, and then we gotta pull on the side and we're just fucking swinging hands, and then possibly now, if you live in Waianae, man, you're gonna get shot. You know what I mean?
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, bruh, awesome. Thank you, Yoichi, for bringing Keoni here. And he's actually going to be moving over to the Big Island as well soon. And
made the jump.
Like a lot of Oahuans, moving to Big Island for more peace and more serenity. Hopefully, we don't take over that place too.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to tell you this too.
Yeah.
Like what I crave that I miss about, I miss the hustlers and the creators that Oahu had. Like I'm over there, like over there, I feel like I try to work with people. I'm just like, hey, let's do this, and like I'm putting out invitations to work with things, and I've got I have the formula down. I have a formula that works, and I have the proof. So I extend these branches out, and let's do this. Let's work on a project, and okay, and then it just never happens. It just fizzles out.
Well, that's testament to you for coming out here today, catching a plane early in the morning, coming over here, making sure that you had transportation and everything. And you know what else is kind of cool? I always look at divine appointments or alignments, like, this is meant to be type stuff. So our guest earlier today, Elijah McShane, actually ran into you today at Island Vintage, the colonizer breakfast. But no. But it was just kind of cool that both guests today actually had a meeting before even being on the podcast. And to me, it kind of just shows that things were meant to be and happened
There's
this way.
A frequency, bro. You guys are on that frequency. Yeah. I'm on that frequency. He's on that frequency. Your vibe attracts your tribe, So we always say.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for blessing Taisei Discovers today, and we really appreciate you, and we'll be watching your continued success. And we also wish success to everyone else that were a part of Farmers Market at one point. We wish all of you success. Stay in your lane.
Can I give somebody a shout out?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I made these work shirts, the construction work shirts, but I saw the Alo guys doing it, so I did it. But you know, like if I get an idea, I wanna give props to them. I saw them do it first.
Yes.
I put my, you know, I did the same thing, but it wasn't my idea. You know, I just did something that they were doing. I also want to give a shout out to, you know, this whole AI thing too. I would say, and I've argued with this guy online about politics before, but he's a great artist too. And I you know, other than political stances, like if you sit us down in a room, I feel like we would get along. But Kamuela Chandler, I like your art, man. I like your AI stuff. I'm inspired by your stuff too. So even if we argue about politics, man, I still respect you and I still like your shit.
Wow. I love that. I mean, if we could all do things like that maturely, you know what I mean? I don't feel like we'd have all these wars and stuff. But thank you for paying your respects. Thank you for being here. Keoni Payton, it was a pleasure.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much for watching this interview. If anything in this video made you feel something, please share this video with someone you think would feel the same way. This channel is a product of two brothers born and raised in Hawaii, using our skills, our story, and our growing network to unleash our creativity. For us, being creative isn't optional. It's a duty. We've got some incredible interviews and creative projects coming up, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us. Hope to see you in the next one.